So today, what we're going to do is you're going to tell me how you like to read and what the types of books you like to read and if you like school and all those kinds of things. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to read you this question and then we're going to circle a picture that describes your feeling. So let's look at our pictures first. I think that this picture of Garfield makes him look really, really happy. See how excited he is with his arms sticking out and he's got a big smile on his face. What do you think this one over here looks like?
He's mad.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. He's grumpy over here, right? So we have really happy, and then this one's like, okay, it's okay. I'm not really, really happy, but I think it's okay. And this one's, I sort of don't like that. And this one's, I really don't like that. Okay? Like, is there a vegetable that you really, really like?
I like apples.
Apples, okay. So you like the fruit apples. So you might circle the really happy picture for apples. Let's hold on for just a second. That's just an example. But how about broccoli? Do you like broccoli? No. Would you say that you just sort of don't like it or you really don't like broccoli?
I really don't.
Okay, so you would circle this if we were going to ask a question about broccoli, okay? So we're going to ask some questions, or I'm going to ask you some questions about reading, okay? So our first question is, how do you feel when you read a book on a rainy Saturday?
I'm sad because I really want to play outside.
Because you wanted to play outside, okay? But it's raining out. So are you sad because it's raining, or are you sad because you don't want to read the book?
I'm sad because it's raining.
So would you like to read a book on a rainy Saturday?
Yes.
Since you can't go outside? Okay, so which picture do you think you would circle for that?
I would circle that one.
Okay, let's do that. Go ahead and you can circle it. Perfect. Okay, here's our second question. How do you feel when you read a book in school during free time?
I am happy.
Okay, so go ahead and you can circle your happy page or your happy picture. How do you feel about reading for fun at home?
Exciting.
Excited. Okay, so which picture would you circle for that?
That one.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, our next one is, how do you feel about getting a book for a present?
I will read it.
Would you like to get a book for a present? Which face? No, okay, so which face would you like to circle for that one?
That one.
Okay, go ahead. All right, let's go on to our next page.
There's another next page?
There's a couple pages. They're just fun questions.
How many more are there?
I don't know, let's see.
One.
We can go all the way, look, because we have page numbers at the bottom.
3. 4.
That's it. Okay, so how do you feel about spending free time?
I just scratched myself with the pencil.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about spending free time reading a book?
Nah.
Okay, so circle your mad page or picture. How do you feel about starting a new book?
Happy.
Okay. How do you feel about reading during summer vacation?
Mad.
Okay. How do you feel about reading instead of playing?
Mad.
Okay.
I only like free time.
You only like free time? How do you feel about going to a bookstore?
What happened to your...
Nothing. How do you feel about going to a bookstore?
What school do you teach?
I teach at Ohio State.
Did you hear about like Abel Simrats or something?
No, but let's go ahead and finish this and then we can talk about it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So how do you feel about going to a bookstore?
Bookstore. Happy.
Okay. How do you feel about reading different kinds of books?
Mad.
You can circle them. How do you feel when a teacher asks you a question about what you read?
Happy.
Oops, it's this one down here. It's okay. I can tell that it was this one. You can just mark you're happy on that one. Because I don't think, does eraser work? Not
No.
very well. That's okay. You can just circle this one down here. All right. How do you feel about reading, let me see this question because your hand. How do you feel about reading workbook pages and worksheets?
I don't know what that means.
Do you ever get pieces of paper that have questions or pictures about the books that you read? How do you like to do those?
I like to pick my favorite book.
You like to pick your favorite book, okay? So if you have to fill out a piece of paper about your book, how do you feel about that? Do you like doing that? Okay. I think there's a question about picking your own book.
These are happy, but I think these are happy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, here's another one. How do you feel about reading in school? You don't like to read in school, huh?
It's not fun.
Why isn't it fun?
Because you only get to read and read and read. I only like playing and playing.
Oh, you'd rather play than read, right?
Yeah, because playing is more fun.
Playing's more fun. Reading can be fun too if it's books you get to choose, doesn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about reading your school books?
School book. Ah! My pencil.
There you go.
Thank you. I picked.
It's this one. How do you feel about reading school books? How do you feel about learning from a book? Do you like to learn things from books?
When you were a kid, who was your mother?
It's the same mother I have now as a big girl.
Who was it?
My mom.
Mrs. Straps?
No, that's my niece. So how do you feel when it's time?
How's your little kid your mom?
Oh, no. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Here, let's finish this. How do you feel? Oops, I need to see for your hand. How do you feel when it's time for reading in class?
I feel
Okay. We don't have...
mad, happy.
Okay, we don't have very many more. This is our last page. How do you feel about stories
Let me
you...
see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on this page.
How do you feel about stories you read in reading class? How do you...
What'd you say?
I said, how do you feel about stories you read in reading class?
Yeah, I forgot. Happy.
Okay, let's circle happy, and then you can put an X on this one, since our eraser doesn't work. There you go. How do you feel when you read out loud in class? Do you get to read out loud in class?
No, just quiet because I don't want to bother the neighbors next door.
Well, that makes sense. What if somebody said, "Will you read this page out loud?" Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
How do you feel about using a dictionary? Do you know what a dictionary is?
Yeah, my mom has one.
Yeah? How do you like to use it? Or have you ever used one before?
I don't like them because I don't know how to read them.
How to read them, right. And how do you feel about taking a test, a reading test?
Or test. Oh,
It's
yeah.
this one. Fun. All right, good job. You're all done.